All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into Billiard Breakdown today. Today we have number 6, Nick Coppola, defending his position against number 7, Rohit Aggarwal. Hope I'm saying that correct. Nick arrived a couple minutes late, so he's going to spend just a little bit warming up. And after he's done warming up, we'll get started very quickly. Sorry for the 10 to 15 minute delay, and we'll be getting started with the match shortly.
I don't think I'll run the setup.
All right, guys, we're getting started. Thank you for your patience. Rohit Aggarwal versus Nick Coppola. Nick to break. Here we go.
9 low count, right? Right.
Nick breaks dry. Rose got an open shot on the 1. Plays the 2-way safety shot. Doesn't quite get it. Nick's got a shot on the 1. He's got to be careful not to get stuck behind the 8, though, if he wants to set up for the 2.
I was just about to pull the chalk out.
Nick misses the shot. Does he get a good roll? He does. Nick gets a nice roll on the 1 ball. 2 balls in the way. Rowe may be able to see just the left side of the 1, but barely. Good contact. Nick's got a shot on the 1 into the side pocket, though. Nick's taking a look at this angle on the 2. It's pretty thin. Tough to control the cue ball here. May have to go a couple rails around and take a longer shot on the 3 ball. Nick misses the shot, and both players are kind of laughing at that miss. Ro and Nick both like to talk smack to each other, so yeah. Good speed on that cue ball. Actually over rolls it a little bit, or a lot. Almost rolls into the corner pocket for him.
I don't need position. I don't need
nice shot.
Position for you.
He's got the corner pocket on the 6. Ro's a pretty quick shooter. Nick got here a little bit late, so he didn't have as much chance to warm up as Ro did. Good angle on the 8 to bring it back for the 9. Doesn't want to get straight on, but he does. And Ro misses the bank on the 9 ball. Nick's got a long shot here. Tough shot to make without a warm-up. Let's see how he does. He misses it. Ro's back at the table. Does he have the corner pocket? Both the cue ball and the 9 are pocketed. And a little bit of smack talking going on. Big smile on Ro's face from that result. Does he get the 1 ball? Not quite. Both the 9 and the 2 are in the way here. Ro decides to push out. The 9 ball is spotted because it was accidentally potted. Nick has the option to shoot this or give it back to Ro. But Nick plays a very nice safety, freezing the cue ball to the 2. Quite a few angles are cut off for Ro here. That could be easier than this long kick. Really good contact. Nice shot. Does he get behind the 9 and the 5? Not quite. Nick can see this 1. Don't know what pocket it goes into, but he's eyeing the kick into the far right corner.
Blue white?
Blue white now. thin, you couldn't even see it.
It almost seemed like he was going for the direct thin cut on the one. He misses it. Rose got ball in hand and an open table. He's got a good angle on the two to just roll this cue ball forward and back. Should just be able to set up for the spy ball into the left corner. Overrolls it a little bit, but Rowe's been practicing this shot. Shouldn't be a problem for him. He wobbles it. Nick's back at the table, and look at what he's got. See if Nick chooses to set up for the 6 ball into the side pocket. He does. He makes sure to get enough clearance from that 9 ball. But he's got a little bit of an angle on the 6. He's going to have to try to figure out a way to not bump into this 8 ball here, or maybe bump directly into it and bump it closer to the right corner. Nick goes for the bank shot. A little surprising. Didn't quite hold position for the 8 ball either. And Rowe should be out from here. The 9 goes into every pocket. Just hitting this at a good pace with a little bit of stun should be good enough. Most likely well, draws it back a little extra. But it's no problem for him. The score is now 2-0. With Rowe in the lead. Good start for him. Nick did have opportunities in the first rack, even the second one.
Yeah, safety break. Put a condom on. Taught you how to read.
Everything's up here on the table. Clearly a good rack.
Nick's going to pot this 9 ball on his push shot. The 9 ball is going to get spotted, and Rowe's got a choice of taking the shot or giving it back to Nick. Rowe tries to play safe behind the 6 and the 8. Kind of seemed like he made contact a little too thin on the 1. Curious to see what kind of save or shot Rowe can come up with here. Behind the 5 ball? Behind the 2 ball. Great shot. Rowe is stroking through pretty nicely. Rowe's going to need to stun this cue ball back to maintain an angle on the 5. Gets a little too far on it. But he's quick to shoot. Wow. Wow, what a shot by Rowe. That thin cut is not easy. Unfortunately, he clips the edge of the side pocket. Doesn't get as good of an angle as he was hoping for. Does the 9 come into play here for Nick?
I'll teach you that someday, son.
Seems like it does. Nick's double checking this. He kicks at it, but Rowe's going to have a shot if the 6 ball rolls up, which it does. And he actually has a, well, this setup on the 7 is not too easy. He's going to have to go 2 rails. Yeah, and when you go 2 rails with all that bottom left spin, it's easy to wobble the 6 ball in that far left corner. These guys are shooting at a very quick pace. Nick nearly makes that bank.
Almost ain't good enough in this town, son.
Rowe gently bumps into the 8 ball on the way back. He was definitely trying to avoid that, but he makes contact on the 8 thin enough to where the cue ball lands correctly anyways. And he's got a good angle.
Oh, fucker.
So I did just hear Rowe say that he miscued, which resulted in a miss on the 7 ball. Nick's gonna need to, I thought he was gonna shoot that 7 into the side pocket with follow, but he tries to play safe behind the 9. Doesn't quite get it. The most straightforward way to make position on the 8 ball here is to slow roll the cue ball into the 7, but it can be difficult to control. But he gets the accidental 2 or 3 rail bank, and Nick is smiling and nodding on the side. Is he going to make it into the corner? And it's no problem for him. Shooting extremely well. A little bit lucky, maybe a lot lucky, but the score is now 3-0 with Rowe in the lead. Three balls pocketed into the side pocket. No shot on the 1. We're likely to see Rowe push out here, and let's see if he can get the shot back from Nick.
Technically, it's not on the rail.
Rowe bumps the 9 ball out. Nick's going to take the long distance shot. Doesn't get a good roll on the 1. The 1 ball nicks the side of the edge of the side pocket and bumps out, giving Rowe a shot on the 1 into the side. Comes back a little too far on the 2, but he should be able to stun this cue ball across for position or roll it back up. Is he going to get behind the 6 though? Looks like he does. He doesn't have the right angle on the 4. And he was going for some sort of double or triple bank there, but gets a lucky kiss, double kiss, and the cue ball and the 4 end up on opposite ends of the table. Nick misses the long cut, but doesn't end up too bad. Rowe's got a difficult shot here. It does look like the 4 is clear for both of the far left and right corners.
Come on, man.
Rowe drains the 4, but unfortunately scratches into the side pocket. It was a great shot. Nick should be able to finish this one out. The tricky part here is getting the right angle on the 8 ball to draw it back to either the short or the long side of the 9, depending on what he wants to do. Just a slight angle on the 8 is enough. Looks like Nick's going to want to come back to the short side of the 9 and shoot the 9 into the right corner. Great shot by Nick, and this will put him on the board. The score is now 3-1. Rowe still with a pretty good lead. Good action so far. Both players really not taking any time at all between their shots. KC Pal in the live chat says, nice call on that draw. Great game. Thanks, KC. Trying my best to predict their next moves. It's not easy at this level. And Rowe's going to get a really nice safe behind the 5. The 6 ball cuts off some of the angles that are most natural to make contact here. Nick's going to have to come up with something pretty creative to get out of this one. But even if Nick doesn't make contact with the 1 and Rowe gets ball in hand, the 1 doesn't really have the correct angle to go into the right corner pocket. We may see Rowe attempt to 3-foul Nick here if Nick isn't able to make contact with the 1. What a hit. What a great hit by Nick. And look at this. He sets it behind the 9. Great shot. Oh, the cue ball leaks out. Nick's got a shot on the 1. Making position on the 2 can be a little difficult. Ideally, he would like to have the cue ball pass between the 6 and the 9 with a little bit of top left spin, just like that. Great shot by Nick. Tough to say if the 3 clears the 7 into the side. Doesn't seem like it does. You may need to take that angled cut into the far left corner on the 3. He gets a lucky bump on the 5, and he's got a good angle on the 3 to just naturally make position for the 4 next. He definitely wanted to stop that cue ball a little more towards the center of the table than the left. And he gets a little straight and on the rail for the 4 ball. He's going to need a little bit of top left spin to get this cue ball back towards the center table for the 5 ball into the side pocket. But it's no problem. Look at this shot. Good position. And Nick should be able to just come down to the short rail and back up for the 6 into the far right corner or into the right side pocket. Either or is fine. Instead, he goes for the left. Great shot. Good position to come down to the far short rail to make position for the 7 into the side pocket. He's got to make sure he gets the right angle on the 7 to come down for the 8, though. Perfect. He needed a little more on that. This cue ball is going to be really tough to control. Ideally, he would like to add a little bit of bottom right spin and go 2 rails down and back up the table to make position for the 9 into the right corner. But you know, these touchy shots are easy to miss when you add a little bit of spin to them. He's got some distance on the 9. Definitely not ideal here. This is a tough shot. If he can make it, though, it'll set the tone for the match. He misses it. Yeah, the 8 ball to the 9 setup was very touchy. Tough to control the speed on that cue ball from there. Best to just go 2 rails down and back up the table. But it's no problem for Rowe to sink in. The score is now 4-1. Rowe increasing his lead. Nick did all the hard work for Rowe in that rack and hung the 9. Dry break with an open shot on the 1 for Nick. Thin cut into the right corner. Tough to hold position for the 2 ball here. Likely to see a safe. Nice shot. Casey Pell in the live chat says crazy lead. Casey Pell in the live chat says, man, he almost had that. Too hard, Jay, too hard. Not too sure what you mean. Could you rephrase that for me? Casey Pell. Rowe kicks at the 1 and scratches. Makes contact, but it goes into the side pocket here. And ooh. Good spot on the 6. Not an easy one to hit here either. Nick seems to be going for the 3 foul. But looks like he was clear for the 1. Maybe he added a little bit of right messe to it, but yeah, Casey Pell in the live chat asks, so this is for the number 6 spot? And you are correct. It is for the number 6 spot. This is for anyone just joining us. This is the top 10 players in Rochester, New York. This is a race to 9 and 9 ball pool. Nick Coppola is our number 6 player, and Rohit Aggarwal is our number 7 player. Look at this shot by Rowe. Almost gets it really nice, but Nick's got an angle here on the 1. A little unpredictable with the cue ball, but kind of just strike it and hope for the best, it seemed. And he does not have a shot on 2. Casey Powell clarifies that Nick shot the 8-ball in the previous rack too hard. Yeah, I agree. That's a tough one to control the cue ball on. And as I say that, Ro and Nick are talking a little smack to each other as Nick brings out the jump cue for this 2-ball shot. And Ro's going to have a cut into the side pocket. Casey Pell in the live chat says, good luck to them both. Appreciate it. Ro misses the cut on the 2 into the side pocket, but gets a little lucky, pretty lucky with that cue ball sitting behind the 5-ball. And Nick somehow finds a path for the cue ball directly into the side pocket without touching the 2-ball at all. Tricky to make position on the 6-ball from the 5. Let's see if he's able to figure out a way here. Ro's getting something out of his bag. He's quite the cue collector, and he's grabbing his extension for this shot. Ro tries to bring that cue ball around the 8 and the 9 to come back for the 6, but makes contact on the 8, increasing his angle on the 6, but he's still got a shot. This is a shot similar to the 8-ball shot Nick had, just a little tough to control the speed on the cue ball. This one's a little easier though. But he wobbles it. The 6-ball sits in the side pocket.
Wow.
Nick comes to the table with a nice layout. Almost rolls it too far, but he's got enough here. Nick also grabbing his extension out for this shot. Really nice speed on the cue ball for position on the 8 into the side. Simple stun shot for position on the 9 into the right corner.
What's up, man?
Nick saying hello to a friend that just walked into Billiard Breakdown right before he shoots this 8-ball. Good shot. Good job by Nick. The score is now 4-2. Ro's still in the lead. Nick to break. Right into the side pocket with the cue ball. Rowe comes to the table with no problem balls at the table. 2 ball into the side pocket, 3 ball into the corner. Back around for the 4. I probably would have chosen to hit a stun shot on that rather than a follow, just so I can have more angle on the 3 ball to come back for the 4. That is, well, Rowe runs into a problem with trying to make position on the 4 ball, just trying to get more angle out of that cue ball than what was possible. Wow, that's a great shot. That's a great shot, avoiding the 5 ball on the bounce back. But Nick misses the pretty straightforward shot on the 4 ball, most likely due to overextending on that stroke. He was a little stretched out. Good cut by Rowe. Rowe showing a little frustration here, but I think it's a good position for him. But he misses the 5 ball into the side pocket. This is a tough cut into the side or the corner. He's going for the corner pocket though. Misses it. At least Nick leaves Rowe long here. But Rowe can just hit this 5 ball with regular center just to try to stay as accurate as possible. Cue ball will naturally fall onto the 6. Nick coming to the table smiling a little bit. Does he get behind the 6?
Really? You're that good?
He does.
You like that?
That's a good shot.
I'll teach you that sometime.
And I may be wrong, but I believe Nick just said to Rowe as he was walking by, "I'll teach you that sometime." And Nick starts clapping after Rowe scratches into the right corner pocket. Nick should be able to just draw this cue ball back along the left long rail. And pretty straightforward, just to roll this cue ball down to the far short rail and back up for the 9 into the far right corner. A little tricky. He doesn't want to roll the cue ball forward, so he's got to stun this. Stunning this shot with pace can cause a little throw in the object ball. Just gotta be considerate of that, taking the shot. Nick really triple checking how he wants to hit this. And that's a great shot. That's exactly how you play it. Just with a touch of stun for that cue ball to maintain position behind the 9. Score is now 4-3. Rowe still in the lead. Nick closing the gap. Good shooting by both players.
I fucked up. I didn't want to shoot on the 9. It was that fucking
Born to put it.
At some point, I'm not going to in the corner.
Nick's at the table with a good shot on the 1.
My luggage.
Overspins the cue ball a little bit. Doesn't end up with a good shot on the 2. Let's see what kind of save he can come up with here.
Oh, I overcut it.
He tries to thin cut the 2 into the left corner. It was a great attempt. He gets a good roll on the cue ball right behind the 5. And Rose sinks that no problem, but does he scratch? Rose scratches right into the right side pocket after making a nice kick shot. Nick is just grabbing something at the bar real quick, and he'll be right back to shoot with ball in hand. Nick's just grabbing a little bit of water. I was incorrect. Nick is grabbing ginger ale.
Oh, yeah.
Rowe just reminding Nick that Rowe scratched into the side pocket. Good speed by Nick. He may just opt to take the long shot on the 5. Instead, he stuns the cue ball up for a cut shot. He misses the cut shot on the 5. Rowe's at the table with a pretty runnable layout. He should be able to just draw this back and leave himself an angle on the 7 to go 2 rails for the 8. Nice shot, and then just down and back up for the 9 ball into the side pocket should do it. He misses it. Rowe misses. A very straightforward shot. Nick's at the table with Just a slight angle on the 8 into the left corner. Rowe is shaking his head from that miss. And Nick sinks the 8. He's going to be able to take this game. He misses. Nick misses the cut. He gets lucky with the leave, but Nick misses the cut on the 9. Unbelievable. And Rowe sinks the bank.
3 Niners.
All right. Rowe takes his 5th game. The score is now 5-3. Rowe with a 2-game lead. I mean, there's no way Nick misses that shot other than just now.
Yeah, exactly.
Both players joking around with each other a little bit. Rowe pushes Nick out of the way as he heads back to his chair. Casey Powell says 4-4. No, Nick misses the cut on the 9. And yeah, I don't know what to say, Casey Powell. Casey with the stunned face emoji, and that is what my face looks like as well at the moment. Nick tries to gently masse that cue ball and have it catch that long rail. He scratches, and Rowe's got ball in hand. Casey Powell in the live chat says, "I'm blown away. He gave away that shot." And yeah, me too. Rowe misses the 2 ball.
Spare your feelings.
This is going to be a tough one to get out of. Let's see if Rowe's got any ideas for this.
That big boy worked.
Rowe shoots it straight into the side pocket, and Nick is clapping for Rowe's scratch. These guys are something else here. No, it's all good. Just Casey Powell says, sorry there's a delay. It's all good. Just part of using technology. And Nick misses ball in hand. Both of these players got to tighten up a little bit. Nick is slowly walking to his chair, and Rowe is just trying to make sure he doesn't get bumped into. Nice drag shot there. Perfect on the 3, it seems. Good shot. Ted Beach in the live chat says, well, with all the smack talking going on, it's like watching Minnesota Fats and Willie Mosconi play. Funny comparison.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
You lose cue.
Rowe says, I believe Rowe said he missed that shot because his stick was loose at the joint. And Nick says, is that what it was? And Rowe's like, yeah. These guys. It's going to be tough here to come off the rail for a shot on the 8 into the corner. He could choose to roll this cue ball all the way up, though. That's probably the higher percentage setup shot for the 8 ball. Wow. But he wobbles it. The 7 wobbles
Get out.
in the corner,
Yeah.
and Rowe's back at the table. Interesting choice by Rowe to go for the left corner setup, but he's an extremely straight shooter, and it's no problem for Rowe. The score is now 6-3. Rowe leading Nick. And Rowe looking at me, making a R-rated movement in regards to Nick, and now he's laughing about it, which is that's funny.
Put some effort into it, man. You're getting enough practice.
Both players non-stop talking to each other throughout this match.
Doesn't matter. I got results.
Rowe's able to pocket the 5 ball into the corner, and he's got a really nice layout here. The only questionable part's the 3. Let's see if he actually tries to pocket the 3 or just play safe somehow. Looks like he's just going to shoot this 3-6 combo. Shooting really, really nicely with that stroke. He misses it, but he gets lucky. The 6 ball goes into the opposite corner somehow.
Safe, man.
After Rowe missed that, he Rowe called safe on Nick. Bob Hendricks in the live chat says, originally I thought 9-7 Rowe winning. Now I'm thinking 9-6 Rowe wins. Well, Bob, your prediction today will not be as impressive as yesterday since we're already halfway through the match. Should have called it earlier. But Rowe misses the easiest shot of the match here. Nick taps Rowe on the back, comforting him for missing that shot. But Nick doesn't have much of an angle on the 7. It's going to be difficult to bring this cue ball around the table for the 8. A lot of top right is going to be needed here. He does well getting around the table. He's got a cut on the 8. He's going to have to go 2 or 3 rails, maybe around the 9 for the setup. Nice roll on the cue. He misses the 9 again.
Oh my God.
He misses the 9 again. That's the second 9 he's missed. And they've all been relatively easy shots. The score is now 7-3. Rowe winning decisively so far. It could be 5-5 if Nick didn't miss these shots on the 9. Rowe breaks. Not a good spread on the rack, but looks like he's got a shot on the 1. Not too Not too difficult to make position for the 3 into maybe the side pocket here. Rowe misses the 3 into the side pocket, and Nick's got a thin cut on the 3 into the far left corner. Leaves it in the pocket though. Casey Powell says, "Wow, LOL." Wow is right. Nick's definitely feeling something. Casey Powell says, "Man, this game should be closer." Yeah, should be, but you know, when you miss two layups on the 9, it's, that can be the deciding factor. It usually is. Rowe uses a little bit of right spin to just reverse that trajectory of the cue ball. Makes good contact. Really good save by Nick. Really, really good save here. I don't see how Rowe's going to make contact here. And he misses the 4 ball. This is, he keeps missing ball in hand. I don't understand. Can anyone explain this to me? Nick is standing there stunned, looking up at the sky at his misses. And as I say that, Rowe wobbles the 5 ball in the corner.
You give me chances all night.
The smack talk continues. Rowe asks Nick if he thinks this is his first time doing something. Rowe tries to leave the cue ball behind the 7. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get enough angle. Hits it a little too straight on. Nice stroke by Nick here. Let's see if he chooses to actually slow roll the 7 in or play the stun shot back and forth for position on the 8. Casey Powell in the live chat says tables are cold, all the snow. We actually play indoors here, and we have heat in the building. Hard to say if the cold is actually a factor here. Nick misses the shot on the 7, and Rowe's got a chance. Let's see if he goes for the... Let's see if Rowe actually goes for the 9-ball carom here. He's eyeing it. Needs perfect contact with bottom right spin. Oh. Good attempt. Good attempt. He gets a decent roll as a result as well. Tough but makeable shot for Nick.
Hopefully.
Can't really tell if he made contact with the rail first there, but either way, it's overcut, and Rowe should be on the hill after this. Rowe is on the hill. The score is now 8-3. The 8-ball gets in the way of the 2. And Rowe misses the kick completely, surprisingly. There really wasn't much room to miss it, but Rowe finds a way there. And Nick is going to shoot this 2-9. He's eyeing it. He's going for the 2-9. Does he get it? He does not. But it sits behind the 8-ball. As Nick is walking away, Rowe pats Nick on the head.
When you sleep, does your pussy hurt?
And continues to smack talk after patting Nick on the head.
You saw how I'm playing, so there was no chance I was out there. Even though it was
KC Pal says cold tables were a joke, but it can affect things, yes. I am aware. And I was joking as well. And Nick's got ball in hand, and he's going to carry him this 9-ball in off the 2. Nice shot by Nick. Well played. The score is now 8-4, with Rowe still with a substantial lead.
I don't really have to do anything.
You gotta get lucky. Fucking rack bang.
All handed, you would get to me.
You gotta rack bang.
Nick to break. Nick's got the push-out shot. Good answer. The 5 and 6 both come into play here for it.
Wow.
And Rowe narrowly misses the kick on the 1. 3-4 may go into the corner. Might not be an issue.
Trouble, I made ball in hand. I didn't get position, but I made ball in hand.
Good position on 2 by Nick. But he misses the cut. He may have even left an angle for a breakout shot here. Nope. Rowe's just going to draw this back and go for the 3-4 combo. Loses control of the cue ball a little bit.
Wow. Overcut. You believe it?
But does he fluke the 7?
Overcut it.
He does
How
not.
good did I hit that? Good shot. Good shot. Good shot.
Good contact by Rowe. Casey Powell says, I thought you were saying you really don't play outside. Yeah, I was joking about having a pool hall outdoors in the snow. Just going along with the cold weather joke. Nice cut by Nick, but is he rewarded? He is not. The cue ball looks like it's frozen to the 9. He's got a kick at it. Nick's eyeing that diamond. He's got to make sure he strokes straight. Misses it, but gets lucky contact, but this may as well be ball in hand for Rowe. He's got a hanger on both the 6 and the 7. Easy position on the 8. Sitting behind this 8 would be ridiculous. He finds a way. You got the whole table, and Rowe finds a way to sit the cue ball behind the 8 here. And he misses it. He misses the kick. Nick comes to the table with ball in hand. Rowe a little confused at how he found the only position on the table where he would not have a shot on the 7. Unbelievable. Really nice position by Nick. Really taking his time here with this shot. Mookie3 in the live chat says, LOL, how he did that, I have no clue. Casey Powell says, Nick needs this, LOL. Yeah, I have no idea how Rowe was able to find the exact spot to roll the cue ball to have no shot on the 7, but he found it. The score is now 8-5. Nick sinks this 1-5 combo. He leaves the 1 in a pretty good position. It's going to be tough to bring this cue ball back, though, for the 2. Let's see if he can draw it. What a shot. Look at this shot. Perfect position on the 2. He's got to shoot more like this. Nick uses a little bit of body English to make sure that cue ball passes the 6. Otherwise, he would have been stuck behind the 4, potentially. And Rowe's got a shot at the 3. A long distance straight shot. Not easy to make position for the 4 here. Rowe attempts to make the position anyways, but that results in a miss. Daniel Phillips says in the live chat, run the table, Nick. You got this. Shout out to Daniel Phillips showing up in the live chat for Nick Coppola today. Unfortunately, Nick misses the bank on the 3 and Rose got a shot. The 8's going to come into play here. Rowe should be able to see just the right side of the 4, but not the angle he needs to pocket it. See him shaking his head a little bit. Does he get behind the 6? Not quite. Looks like Nick's got a shot, and if he can just stun this cue ball, he should be able to just hold good position on the 6 for a stun shot on the 8 into the side pocket. Mookie 3 in the live chat says Rose Fargo is 588 and Nick's is 595. These guys are pretty close.
Something, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Nick misses the shot on the 4. And Rowe misses the 4 as well. Nick should be able to pot this. Rowe comments to himself that he's not playing good right now. But he loses control of the cue ball a little bit. Pushed through it more than stunned at it, which made the cue ball roll forward. He needs to make the shot. He misses it. He misses it. It's looking like Rowe's going to take this match, and we may have a new number 6 in the rankings. Nice setup by Rowe. And will this be it? Rowe sinks the 9. And the final score is 9-5. Rowe taking the win. I offered both players that they wanted to say a quick word. Rowe is going to stop by real quick and say something on the microphone before I close this out for you guys.
All right, so I don't know how many guys are watching, but
We have a good number of people watching. We have about 200 views with 40 people currently watching.
oh wow. Well, that was a terrible match, but Nick chokes a lot against me. He thinks I'm like the luckiest player in the world, and he just chokes and chokes and chokes. He gave me like 5 9-balls in this, you know? So, can we do a rematch, or do you have another match?
You guys can rematch as long as you want. All right. Mookie 3 in the live chat says good shooting. And that's it for this match. For anyone just joining us, thanks for tuning into Billiard Breakdown. This was Nick Coppola, our number 6 player in the top 10 rankings for Rochester, New York, accepting a challenge from number 7 ranked player Rohit Aggarwal. Rohit takes the win, 9-5. Mookie3 in the live chat wants the 2 players to go again, but seems like Nick's going to head out. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.